All right, welcome back, guys. In this section, we're going to look at styling links in HTML with styling links with CSS. Okay. So basically, let's just clear up our page. So I'm just going to clear this out to just have some space here, and I'm also going to clear out the styles, and also our font awesome, just to have things within the page. Okay, so now we have looked at how to create links in HTML in the past. I'm going to save this and refresh the page. Okay, so now basically to create a link, we use the A tag. So I'm going to create a link up top here, and I'll say something like, I'll put this in a div. Okay, and then I'll create an A tag and I'll say tab. So what I did is I created a div and a link tag in HTML. Now I'm going to use this first page, index.html, and I'm going to say home. I'll save this and refresh the page, so we have home right here. Then I'll go ahead and create more. I would say another tag. Okay, now let me show you a trick. Okay, instead of creating the tags one after the other, if I want to create five tags, 5 link tags, basically what I can just do is using emmet, I can just say A and asterisk, which stands for times, or sorry, A times 5, and I hit tab. So it should be asterisk. So I'll say A asterisk 5 and I hit tab, and basically it creates 5 link tags for me. Okay, let me show you another trick. So if I wanted to, okay, I think I should just go on with the lecture, because this is not an emmet lecture. So I'm just going to go ahead and create and continue the lecture. I'll say A2. I want to create 3 links. Okay, so I'll bring this down a bit. Okay, I'll say about it's HTML. I'll just say about, or I'm just going to make it a dead link. It will point to nowhere, and to do that, you can just type in the hash sign. So I'll do the same here. So this simply means that the link doesn't do anything. It's a dead link. Here I'll say services, then I'll save. Okay, now I'll refresh the page, and as you can see, we have home, about, and services. Now I don't know if you noticed, but the color of the home link is quite different from those for the about and services. That's because we are on this index.html. Okay, that's why the color is different. Now let's look at styling our links. Okay, so basically to style our links, I'm going to go within the styles tag up here, and basically to style our link we need the A tag. Okay, we need the A selector, the element selector, and I'll say A. And for example, if I want to change font size, I can just say font size. Okay, and I'll set it to, let's see, something big, maybe 18 px. Then I'll close, save, and refresh the page. Boom. So you see the link is bigger. So basically this is how you style your links. Okay, but at this point I need to introduce you to a new concept. It's called Sudo Classes. Okay, so basically instead of writing your style like this, there are 4 link states. The first is the normal link, when it's not being interacted with. The second is when a user has visited the link. The third is when a user hovers their mouse on the link. And the fourth is when the link is active. In other words, when that is the page the user is on. Okay, so basically to use Sudo classes to style your links, all you need to do is to add a colon and link. Okay. Okay. So basically, this is the first, and then I'll add the second class, Sudo class. So a colon visited. Then I'll add the third, a colon over, and the last one will be a and colon active. So these are the 4 links states. Okay, so the link, the first one, a colon link, like I said, this is a pseudo class. Okay, simply means that when there is no interaction on the link, what is the normal state of the link? Okay, so basically this is where you add your default link styles. So I'm going to say something like okay, let's start with font size of 18 pixels. Sorry, that should be 18 pixels. And I would say something like line height, and usually the rule we use to define a line height, it should be 1.5 times the font size. So I'll just say 18 divided by 2 is 9, and then I'll add 9 to 18. So that's about 27. So I'll just say 27 pixels. Okay. And then I'll save. Oh, what am I doing? I'll save. And next I would say text decoration. Okay, hyphen decoration. And you know what I'm going to do here? Currently the link is underlined. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to say text decoration to none. Then I'll save. So let's just see what we have here first. So as you can see, text decoration has been removed, and then there is some kind of distance between the top and the bottom. That's because of the line height I set here. Okay, so what else do we want to do? We want to set the color, so the default color for our links. Let's see what color should we set. Okay, first off, before we set the color, I'm going to give this div a background color. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to come here and say give this a class of nav. Okay, and then I'll save. Okay, so now below here I'm going to say .nav, and basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a background color of something black. So let me just go with black. Okay, for now I don't want to spend too much time looking for a color. So we have a black background, right? Yeah. And I'm going to say I'm going to give this a padding on the top and bottom. So padding, I'll say top first, and I'll say something like 10px. Then I'll save. Also say padding for the bottom, and I'll say 10px as well. Px. Save. For this div also, I'll give it a width of 100%. 100%, where's percent? All right, and then I'll save, and I'll refresh the page. Okay, so we see the what's it called? We see the padding is being increased at the top and the bottom, so there's some space in this background. But one more thing I want to do, supposing I was creating a header for a website, is I'm going to say this space here, which is like a default margin. I want to get rid of it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a class to the body, so the full body. So basically let me just do that here so we can see it. So I'd say one way to do it is to just say asterisk, and so this asterisk simply means that whatever class you're doing and you add here would affect the whole page. Okay, so I'm going to say something like margin. I'll say 0, and I also say padding. And okay, let me just go with margin up there for now, and then I'll save. And now let's refresh the page, and as you can see, the margin, the space on the right and left have been removed. Okay, so now let's go back to styling our links. Okay, now that we have a black background, and then I think the size of this link is too big, so I'm just going to reduce it to 16 or even 14. Then I'll save. Okay, so we have it. Now what I'll do now in our link, I'll now give it a color of white. So just white is simply hash FFF. Then I'll refresh. As you can see, the color is white. All right, now let's come here and look at. So when you visit a link, this is the color it is. Okay, but what we want is we still want to retain the white color when we visited the link. So I'm going to say our color when we visited the link should still be white. Okay, then I'll save and refresh the page. So boom, everything is white. Okay, now but we want to set like a color for when we put our mouse, when we hover on that link. So for the hover, I would say when we hover on a link, our color should be, what should we use? Something green. So this chart we use interesting colors. So I'm going to refresh the page and watch. I'm going to hover on the link right now, and you see the color changes. Okay, so those are the 3 different link states. Okay, so basically the last is our link and with a pseudo class of active, and I'm going to set the color to, let's just say, blue. Okay, and save. Now basically what this does is at the point where you click the link, the color actually changes. So I will refresh the page, and at the point where I click home, you see that the color changes to blue, right? Okay, now there's one more thing I want to show you, and that is to be able to identify which of the link is active at this point. Now within the link, like the home link, I'm going to give an ID. So I'm going to give an ID of active, and then I'll save. All right. Okay, so just below our link, I'll say hash active. Okay, remember to select an ID, we need the hash symbol. So, and then I would say color of crimson. So crimson, and then I'll save. So now let's refresh the page and watch the difference. So boom, so we have that the home page is currently red or crimson. Okay, so basically that's what this active ID class does on our link. Okay, so basically that's what we have for our links. But when we create projects, we're going to see different ways that we can actually format and style our link. There's so much we can do with our links. You can go on and Google CSS links, and you will learn a lot of things that can be done with links. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this tutorial. See you in the next one.